I will find him. Hey FilmNation, Josh from FilmSco here, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about The Man of Steel. Now this movie has so much controversy over it because of how divided the fans are and how 50-50 it is between how people love it and people don't like it at all. And I'm just going to share with you guys my thoughts, my review, and maybe some spoilers. But yeah, I just want to talk to you guys about this movie because of obviously the backlash from Batman vs Superman, and I just want to give my follow-up because this is kind of the prequel to Batman vs Superman. So yeah, so I'm gonna get right into it with the bad things. There's only two bad things really. I really enjoyed this movie. The one bad thing I guess there's two bad things. Yeah, one is hair. As weird as this sounds, there's two scenes in this movie that really kind of takes you out of it. They're really nitpicky, and I bet no one even noticed. When Lois goes onto the Kryptonian spaceship with Zod, she has this oxygen mask on, and there's a little bit of a ponytail out back. And we're supposed to believe that the gravity on the Kryptonian ship is supposed to be heavier than the Earth's gravity. So that means her hair, it shouldn't be just staying there. It actually should be moving at least a little bit, right? It's not supposed to just stay in the one spot. I don't know. That just kind of took me out of it. And when Clark or Superman is standing in the middle of the blast, just looking up into like the circular thing that's just shooting down, and like his hair literally doesn't move, it stays perfect. He's just like, yes, super wax, baby, super wax. And he's just staring at it. It's like, man, like, what do you mean? Like, you're getting blasted in the face by this, like, seismic beam that's taking out all of the surface of the Earth. But anyways, those are my two nitpicky things with the movie. Other than that, I found this movie to be very enjoyable. So this movie was directed by Zack Snyder and stars Henry Cavill, Amy Adams, and Michael Shannon. And those are our three main stars, and obviously, like I said, it's directed by Zack Snyder. Now, Zack Snyder's directing of this movie is so fantastic. I actually really enjoyed it. He's able to cut from the scenes of when he's a child to when he's a man and when he's Superman very well. I like the throwbacks and the memories that he has because he doesn't only have memories of when he's a child, he also has memories of when he's a man. And I really enjoyed that. It really builds on Clark's moral compass and his moral code and why he does the things that he does. And I don't know, I'll talk about getting too frantic. So anyways, his directing is very good. The choice of scenes he uses in this movie are fantastic. I've seen the director's cut, and I'm talking about only the theatrical release, and I think that the way he cut the movie was fantastic. It's perfect for what he was going for, and I don't know, just like the emotional tone that he chose for this movie was great. I really enjoyed it. I think it's perfect for a Superman movie. Just a lot of the choices he made I thought were fantastic. Now moving on from his directing, I just want to talk about the effects that he uses. The flying of Superman or any other character, but Superman mainly, is outstanding. It's so gorgeous being able to watch him learn how to fly by doing the super jump. I know it gives you flashbacks to the 2001-2003 Hulk movie, but when he's doing the super jumps and then eventually just like puts his hand on the ground and just, I thought that was so good. And it looks so pleasing, you know what I mean? Like just how it goes from his point of view, then like right behind him, but then far away, and like ties it all in together. I thought it was so beautiful. And other than that, the Kryptonian technology, I really enjoyed it. It was so cool to just like, I don't know, it looks so different and original. It's something we haven't seen before, and this is from a product that we've had since like the 50s. We've never seen this kind of Kryptonian technology or that in depth of a change from the not from the storyline, but from their origins and how the armor is, just how the technology is, like the I don't know, it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. and just like, yeah, as I said, the effects are amazing. The destruction looks so real, and just, it was great. Now moving on, I want to talk about Lois Lane. Lois Lane was fantastic. Amy Adams did a great job. She played a very strong woman. Played Lois Lane to the T, because she's always looking for that story, and they tie that in with how she finds out who Superman is, who he is, not only who he is, but ties into how she gets to know Clark Kent and Superman. And I actually really enjoyed that. They played the origin of their love and romance, and they changed it, essentially. She tracks him down and finds him, and that's Lois Lane to me. She's a woman who's not afraid of getting her hands dirty, or going to the next level in order to achieve what she wants, and they really delivered that, and I really liked her portrayal of the character. Now I want to talk about Michael Shannon, Zod. He's one of my favorite characters of this movie. He's one of my favorite superhero villains ever created. And wow, they showed him amazing. Michael Shannon's intensity, his voice, his vocals, the way he delivers lines, the emotions that he shows on his face and in his body when he's moving, his anger. I just thought that was all fantastic. And there's a one scene where Clark's like, my parents taught me to focus my senses. And then there's a scene later on where Clark focuses on his mother. And that really tells you about Clark's character, but then it shows you that Zod is actually focusing in on his closed fist that keeps getting tighter and tighter because of how angry he is. And I think that really shows how his character rules not only with the iron fist, but also with his anger and pain. And I really enjoyed that, because that was after he lost everything, and the only thing he had left to do was to kill Superman. Obviously we know how that works out, but still. Now I want to talk about Superman, who's played by Henry Cavill. I'm just going to say this because I saw Batman vs Superman a few days ago, put out my review, whatever. I enjoyed Henry Cavill's portrayal of Superman more so in The Man of Steel than in Batman vs Superman. In this, I feel he delivers perfectly the abundance of emotion that's needed to portray the character of Superman, because this is a character who, no matter what he's facing with, no matter what he has to deal with, he always cares, and he always wants to do the right thing, even if it means his demise. That's what I thought was so fantastic with this movie, is when he's conflicted with giving himself into Zod because of the Earth's destruction, obviously, but he knows that he can't either trust the humans and he can't trust Zod. So in order to, he's so conflicted that he basically goes and does a confessional in a church. I'm no religious person, but that just really touched. It made sense to me. I don't know. It was something, a way of telling that humanity. It was showing that humanity still had a way of, I don't know, just dealing with its issues, because the guy tells him you have to take a leap of faith before you can trust anyone. And I just really enjoyed that. So, because it shows both his leaps of faith with Zod and his leap of faith with humanity. And humanity gives him the second chance, where Zod is like, fuck you. Now I think Henry Cavill plays both a great Clark Kent and a great Superman in this movie. He's not really Clark Kent for much of it, but he is. There's one scene where his father's dying, and he literally moves forward, and his dad's just like that, and just, but you can tell it, like he goes like this, but when he puts his hand down, his face changes to a look of like, look at my face and see how proud I am of you by just my face. And Kevin Costner is the one who delivers that, and that's one of my favorite scenes of this movie, when his dad puts up his hand and just stares him in the face and is gone. Yeah, I thought that was really touching. Not only touching, but like, wow, I don't know, that's good directing right there. So I also enjoyed how many of the relationships that are intertwined with Superman's story, they all seem natural and real. I could really buy into the fact that him and Lois had a little connection when they met, and obviously in the end of the movie, where their relationship leads. And I also enjoyed the relationship between Clark and his mother. It was very touching. I think that's a perfect casting choice because the not the dynamics, but the emotion that those two can convey together, I think is really fantastic, and it really shows in this movie. Now, other than everything I just talked about, I want to give you some very little nitpicky things that I thought were cool. I really enjoyed how we were introduced to the Phantom Zone, and it was a little bit of a throwback to the Christopher Reeves movies, because if you notice, the thing is in the shape of the triangle, which is the same shape of the triangle as the thing that Zod and his companions were trapped in at the end of the Christopher Reeves Superman 2, I believe. I like the ideals of this movie, so the fact that the world isn't ready yet for Superman, I think that ties into not only the movie, but obviously into society today, and the fact that not even we are ready for a Superman to come. We're not ready for some aliens, and it really delves in on the political aspects of what it would be like to have a Superman, and I really enjoyed that about both this movie and Batman vs Superman. So, and I really enjoyed how this movie as a whole is a very emotional movie. I feel like there's a lot of death, but there's a lot of death needed, and I know a lot of people hated the destruction that was shown in this movie, but I think that if we didn't have that, we wouldn't see the depths of Superman's strengths and how powerful he really is, because as I said earlier, the seismic blast that is destroying the surface of the earth, he takes it like a champ, and his hair doesn't even move. So like, just all the destruction was to show, I think, his power, and it also ties into how the people in the movie look at Superman as well, and how that progresses the story later on, because we see later on, right, that this all ties into what's happening in the next chapter of Superman stories to come, and the fact that he needs to control himself. But furthermore, you have to also understand that it's not his fault he's causing all this destruction. He's literally new to this. Like, he's brand new. He puts on the cape and he goes out and Zod is there. So you can tell, because when he's flying, he never lands on his feet. He's always landing on his body. Even in Batman vs Superman, he never lands on his feet. Hardly ever, unless he's landing. Like, when he goes to attack someone, he like literally flies his body at them. Like, not even attack, he flies his body at them. So I think we just need to understand that, and it'll make more sense. But I can also see why people are pissed at the destruction. We don't need destruction. The red capes are coming. The red capes are coming. But anywho, I really enjoyed this movie, guys. I give it a solid A. So to me, it's a 9 out of 10. I love it. Please, in the comments below, let me know what you guys think about this movie. Whether you love it, you hate it, whatever you thought about it, in between, doesn't matter. Just let me know, and I will talk to you about it, guys. And if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click that like and subscribe button down below. And if you want to find me on anywhere in social media, you can find all of that lovely stuff in the description down below. And FilmNation, I love your faces. Take care and have a good one.